This is Mrs. Naslund, and today we'll be focusing on real-life problem solving as we get close to wrapping up our unit on geometry. So today we're looking at all these different math and flags of the world. And let's read what the directions say. It says flags are used in many different ways. Some sports teams use flags to generate team spirit. A flag might be used to start a race, or a homeowner might use a flag for decoration. States and countries also use flags as a representation of their communities. Each flag is different, both in color and design. Use the design on the flag to answer these questions. So, first question they ask is, what types of quadrilaterals are used in the Kuwait flag? So I come up here, and if we think about the different types of quadrilaterals we learned about, right away I see this one jump out at me. This shape here is a trapezoid. We have one set of parallel lines in here, and I also see some irregular trapezoids on these ones. We still have that one set of parallel lines. And then lastly, right in the middle here, I see a rectangle. So I would write down a rectangle and a trapezoid right here. Rectangle. It's a little hard to write on this when you're using your finger. Rectangle, and we'll do for an abbreviation, I'll write trap for make it fast for trapezoid. All right. Then down here it says, how many designs have no parallel lines? Name the flags. So remember, parallel lines are two lines that go on forever and never hit each other. So we want to figure out which ones have no parallel lines. So let's go ahead and look right here. This first one here, I don't see any sets of parallel lines. So there's one with no parallel lines. This one does have parallel lines. South Africa here, oh, right there, there's a set of parallel lines. Denmark definitely has some parallel lines. Keep moving, I see some parallel lines here and here as well. But Ghana here, these lines hit each other. So there's two. We have these two that don't have parallel lines. Definitely some parallel lines here. Japan, it just has a circle, so it doesn't have parallel lines either. There's some parallel lines there. Bangladesh also doesn't have parallel lines. Jamaica has some parallel lines. So is these, so does the United States, and Laos does as well. So I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4 that do not have parallel lines. I'm not going to name the flags just because the writing is a little tricky on here, but 4 of them did not have parallel lines. How many designs have perpendicular lines? So remember, perpendicular lines are when two lines hit each other at exactly a 90-degree angle. So we're looking for ones that have perpendicular lines where they hit perfectly at 90 degrees. I see our first one right here on Switzerland. There's a 90-degree angle. Don't see anything there. How about here? Denmark also has a 90-degree angle. So there's 2. Keep looking for other examples. I see another one here with the United States, right there in the corner. And let's see if we're missing any other ones. I would say, we could say, well, no. Yeah, I think that is it. Okay. So again, we have 4 that hit each other with perpendicular lines. Which designs have at least 2 lines of symmetry? So remember, symmetry is when we can split something in half. So for example, like Japan, I could split it in half here. If I was straight with my lines, I could split it and bend it both directions and it would be even. I see another example here with India. If I went right down the middle there, it's a little hard to draw with these lines. If I went right down the middle, I could split those as well. And they both have 2 lines of symmetry. Denmark, I could split one way, but I couldn't split both. Switzerland, I could split right down the middle and be even on both sides. There's 2 lines. Bangladesh would work if it was in the middle, but it's not. Laos here, though, I could split right down the middle. And I would say Paraguay, but if we look at it carefully, it looks like the symbol if I zoom in, is not even on both sides. So I'm going to say I can't split that one. So we have 4 that we can split with 2 lines of symmetry. So as you can see, we can apply what we learned to look at flags and also some symmetrical pictures and apply what we've learned about geometry in a real life situation.